CSMO.
Hello everyone, it's your buddy BP, and after the Iron Banner last week, I decided to take a little bit of a break from Destiny. I'm a little worn out on a PvP in Destiny, at least for this week. I'll come back next week for the Crimson Doubles event, but for this week I wanted to play a little bit of Black Ops, and I picked a good week to go back to playing Black Ops because they have some new PvP maps come out this week for the Awakening pack. They have 4 new maps, in a matter of fact, and I just played them for the first time. I didn't get too much time, so I don't think this is like a full review or anything. This is more like what my first impressions are of these maps. But 4 maps, interesting variety, varying degrees of quality, but I'm going to go over them one by one. First map is Skyjacked, and from what I understand, this is sort of a remake of Hijacked, which was on Black Ops 2. The only difference is that one was sort of a, it was based around this luxury yacht. And this one has been reimagined into this sort of futuristic airship, which is a really cool choice because, of course, with Black Ops 3, there's all these new modes of transportation, or rather of mobility. I think that's a better word. There's like boost jumps, and there's wall running, and they made the map a little bit bigger, I think. I never really played Black Ops 2, but I've seen the map played in videos, and it looks like they made it bigger to compensate for the increased player mobility. But it's a really cool choice to make it that way, because now you can run along the side of the ship and like ambush other players. Pretty cool. I like the aesthetic change. I'm still not sure about the map itself. It's like my first time playing this map. Even though I understand it's a remake of another map, but I never played Black Ops 2. So this is my first experience with that map. And I guess I have mixed feelings about it. There were some nice moments where I was able to catch folks off guard, and that was kind of fun. But it really felt like I was playing against a lot of experienced players who were already very familiar with that map. And I tried that map out twice, and both times I got kind of slaughtered. So maybe I just need to familiarize myself better with that map. I had a little bit of fun on it. I'm thinking after a little bit of practice I'll be able to get the hang of it. But the next map I want to talk about is Rise. This was actually the first map I played, and I gotta say, I don't remember much about it. It didn't really leave an impression on me. It has this sort of snowy construction site, a lot of sort of white and gray shades. I really can't say much about it. It just didn't impress me. I found it kind of boring. I found it kind of drab. Even though I could tell it was new, it didn't really feel like it offered much. I guess it was an okay map. I don't recall having any like major problems with it. It just didn't thrill me. So maybe I'll go back and I'll play it again sometime. But my first impression of it was just that it was really, really dull. But the third map, which is Splash, and this one I really liked. This was not dull. This was very inspired. It was this map inspired around this sort of family-friendly water park. There's like slides, and there's like pools, and there's like little touristy-looking areas with like a pirate ship, and like a little bar, and there's like a nursery for kids, and all sorts of like, in like the innards of the park, like you can see like the industrial stations where they do all the maintenance and everything. Really cool. I had a lot of fun on that map. That was really inspired. My only major problem with it, my only major gripe, was that it felt a little too large. I played Team Deathmatch on all of these maps. That was the game mode I used. And I had a really hard time finding other players. Maybe it's just because it was new to them and it was a little confusing. There's a lot of different paths and tunnels in that map, so a lot of different ways to sort of get around. And there's some underwater parts too. I mean, naturally, it's based on a water park. But lots of different avenues to go around, but it felt just really big. Maybe just a little too big for its own good. And it was just hard to find other players, but like I said, I'm sure over time when we get used to these maps, we'll be able to better track other folks. But man, it was hard for me to find folks. But I mean, I still love the map. It was just so inspired. It's colorful. It looks really cool. It's just fun to run around and shoot things in it. You know, it just feels good to be in that map. So I'll tell you what, every time I'm playing PvP in Black Ops and I see that map come up next, I'm definitely voting for it because it's just so much fun. But it's the fourth map that really that I really liked, and it's the map that you're seeing me play right here. It's called Gauntlet, and it's really unique. It has these sort of 3 lanes, and each one has a sort of theme to it. There's one lane that's urban themed, one that's sort of Arctic themed, and one that's sort of like jungle forest themed. And both of these avenues are a little different. Like the urban one, it's very long, it's very narrow. There's a lot of very angular paths. The jungle one, which is on the other side, there's a lot of sort of rolling hills and everything. There's some trees and lots of foliage to sort of like take cover behind and sort of like hide in. I got ambushed a few times by players that I just had a hard time seeing in there because they were blending in so well with the rest of the environment. And the middle one, the Arctic theme one, was much wider. It felt a lot more open. There was all these, there's different elevations. There's like a lower elevation, and there's a higher one with like a bridge, and there's all these windows. And of course, between all these avenues, there's all these sort of military industrial equipment lying around, so it feels like a training facility of some kind. I really liked this one. I had a really good match. This was my first time playing this match. And it came out very well. I was surprised. It was intense. It was close, but somehow I finished on top of the board. So that was pretty good after getting slaughtered in Skyjacked twice in a row. So that was a nice little boon to my ego. But I really liked this map. It had a lot of variety, a lot of different avenues and different areas. It's not quite as cool as Splash. I think Splash definitely wins out as far as aesthetics go. But this one definitely comes second to me. And I had a lot of fun on this map. It was pretty cool. So yeah, if I had to choose a favorite for which map I think is the most fun to play, I would definitely say it's Gauntlet. I would say Splash comes second. As far as Skyjacked is concerned, I think I just need to get a little bit used to it, but man, that rise, I mean, it just doesn't really impress me. So the maps are pretty much okay. I guess I'd maybe give it like a B, I suppose. I don't think it's worth the price that they're offering it for at the moment. I mean, it was like 15 bucks, but I had the money to spare, and there are at least two maps on here that I think are actually really good. That's Gauntlet and Splash. And if you really liked Hijacked on Black Ops 2, you'll probably like Skyjacked as well. It plays really well to sort of the new movement mechanics. But Rise, man, I don't know. I just ain't feeling it. So yeah, if you really like Skyjacked on Black Ops 2, and you're interested in some of the new maps, I definitely say that at least half of them are good. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend it to everyone. Only folks that really, really like PvP and Black Ops. But I want to hear your opinions. Did you play the new maps? Let me know what you think about them in the comment section. I love hearing back from you. And if you liked the video or you found it helpful or informative in any way, then don't forget to spank that like button. Your support means a lot to me. And as always, y'all be good to each other, and I will see you in the next video.
Pushing. We got this. HCXD inbound. Mission clock running down.
Shut out. Threat neutralized.
Assets degraded.
TACOM, requesting redeploy to new hot zone.
Firebreak Q.
Mess with the best, die like the rest.